For the record, Judge calling case 24CV0341, David Webb versus Kevin Montalvo.
Good afternoon. Will the parties please identify themselves, starting with you, sir, at the table?
Kevin Montalvo?
All right, Mr. Montalvo, this is your motion. I know you're going to file a separate case, but given the fact that we had a hearing on the telephone not that long ago,
Sí.
you remember?
Sí.
What do you mean, see?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So rather than having you file a new case, I just treat it as a motion in this case. So tell me what's going on. I'm going to have you sworn in first.
Will you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the pains and penalties of perjury that your testimony and any evidence being presented here today should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
So I issued an order in this case because it was my understanding that 65B Hamilton Street had residential units as neighbors. So the order that I issued against you the other day when you were at the hospital with your child was only about your construction regarding those tenants.
Sí. Yes.
And so you told me during that hearing that it was a commercial property, correct?
It's two. It's like dual mix. Es como un apartamento, pero una tienda.
You can only speak to me in one language.
It's like it's apartment and store.
All right.
How it's set up.
So do you have a lease?
Yes.
Let's see it.
Can I get my phone?
It's on your phone? Your lease is on your phone? Do you need an interpreter?
No. Yesterday I go to get my papers over a thing, and
What's thing? You gotta give me specifics.
The store, my place where I've been staying, and I work in and stuff, and they changed the locks, so I couldn't get all my stuff, and I thought I had los papeles para hoy. I need my papers for today, and I can't.
You can't what?
Get in. He changed my locks. He changed my locks, took my refrigerator. He took everything. He put it on Facebook. He got me on YouTube. Everybody laughing at me. People come to my house and throw stuff. People make fun of me because of him.
So is 65B Hamilton Street, tell me what you rented that for.
So I was going to open a store for sneakers.
That's right. You told me so it was commercial.
Yeah, but the back is resident.
So generally, do you have some sort of zoning? Because generally commercial is commercial. Hold on, let me finish. So generally you can't use commercial property for residential. So if you're telling me that you've been locked out of commercial property, I can't do anything for you. And if he did do that, you have remedies. You can go to district court or superior court for that, but I don't have authority over commercial property.
He locked me out of my dwelling.
What's your dwelling?
Where I stay. I stay there.
Well,
sometimes I stay there.
You may sleep there, but is it rented for the purpose of you living there?
Not on the papers, but
then
we're here. We would if
yeah, he's here in Kevin.
His paper should be different court. We're here and you're here in motion.
Yes.
So I my stuff in there. He needs to go evict me the right way.
He should.
Other process and
I agree
what
with
he
you.
does not legal. He broke in. He changed locks. If I get a problem, I do that.
I warned him the other day.
And he did it.
All right, hold on. Let me see if is that Mr. Webb on the phone?
It is, Judge.
He's on the phone.
He called the mediator, called Joe Laporte, and seeing what his testimony is or whatever, or if you want to come on Zoom.
Is he on the phone now?
No, Joe's on the phone, but he's speaking.
I told him to be here at 3 o'clock. It's 3:30.
My kids get out of school at 15 minutes. So I know school open till 4, so maybe
we're open to 4:30.
Yeah, maybe I call my mom.
Put him on Zoom right now.
Have him hop on Zoom. Yeah.
You better not be driving either.
Okay.
So Mr. Webb just called. We're going to put him on Zoom.
He not recording this over there?
No one's allowed to record anything.
He record everything. This guy, he record everything.
Did he record these proceedings?
He's putting everything on Facebook.
Did he record these proceedings?
Yes.
And he put them on YouTube?
Documents and stuff, yes. 200,000 views.
Did he record the audio of this proceedings in this court?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that one's strange. I told Joe to tell him that he needs to show up on Zoom.
So you said you...
Bring 'em. That's my time to spend.
Judge, I'm gonna go off the record until you have time.
Then I'm gonna step off. What, you have your phone with you? Is that a yes?
Yes.
All right. And you said that he has a web page?
Yes.
Facebook or something where he puts everything online?
Yeah, and YouTube.
I'm gonna have you pull up that stuff and have it ready for when we have the hearing.
Okay.
All right.
Going off the record. All right, Judge, going back on the record in case 24CV0341. Mr. Webb is on Zoom.
All right, will the parties just re-identify themselves, starting with plaintiff?
Kevin Montalvo.
Well, you're the defendant.
Oh.
But, thank you. Mr. Webb, if you could just identify yourself.
David Webb, plaintiff.
All right, Mr. Webb, you're not recording this proceedings, are you?
No, correct. Well, I mean, I'm in the basement of my shop, and there is a security camera down here. Well, technically two down here, but
you're not recording. You're not recording the audio, though, correct?
I'm in my shop. I'll go outside for you. Okay. There's no audio recording out here.
All right, just stay in one place for me, all right? All right. Just stay in one spot.
Yeah. I was in the middle of a driveway. I'm now in one space. I could sit down.
All right, let's have him sworn in. So, Mr. Montalvo's already been sworn in, so I'm going to have you sworn in.
Mr. Webb, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm under the pains and penalties of perjury that your testimony should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
So, Mr. Webb, when you were here the other day, I told you to get an attorney, and if you're going to evict Mr. Montalvo for any reason, that you should follow the court procedure, whether in a court of appropriate jurisdiction. Mr. Montalvo has come and said that you locked him out of his commercial property and changed the locks without a court order. Is that true?
I'd actually rather not answer that question at the moment.
Why not?
I guess primarily Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination, but also I don't know what other I have not received the complaint you're referring to. I don't know what Mr. Montalvo has told you, and I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Montalvo, you could just recite what you said earlier, so Mr. Webb can be put on notice. You were already sworn in, so just say what happened.
He changed the locks. Been putting stuff online, Facebook. All my stuff, refrigerator, take my stuff out.
No. You're just giving sentences. Say what happened the day you went, what happened.
Yesterday, I went to try to put my key in the lock to get my papers.
At what address?
At 65B Hamilton, and my key would not work. I couldn't get in. The door was not working. And I look inside the window, everything different. He put stuff on Facebook inside my place. They're locked out. I can't get in. There's this guy.
All right, so now that he said it on the record, that's basically the substance of his request. So Now that you've been told, what's your response?
First and foremost, I don't think it's possible that he looked through the window and saw anything. Second of all, I did send him a 30-day notice, which I believe he, other than returning the keys, has complied with. He appears to have removed all of his belongings. Approximately 3 weeks ago, I have requested information about whether or not he had abandoned the unit on about 3 different instances. And approximately, I don't know if a week is accurate. As I told you the first time I was there in court with you, the day we got back from Maine, I believe it was last Sunday afternoon, and there was sounds of construction and demolition, and while we waited for police to show up, 2 of his laborers exited. Additionally, as I've been informed by the Worcester Police Department that he is now operating a few blocks away on Grafton Street, and so I believe he has abandoned the unit. Additionally, I did send a 30-day notice in compliance with Massachusetts laws that would have expired at the end of the last calendar month, and the defendant has not paid use or occupancy for last month or this month, and has not responded to multiple requests for clarification on if they have abandoned the unit.
Yeah, but even in commercial property, you're still required to follow court procedure, whether the same requirement applies whether commercial or residential. So can you tell me what the nature of the tenancy is? What is it? Is 65B Hamilton Street? Because remember, I issued my order only as it related to other residential units on the property. So I ordered that Mr. Montalvo refrain from doing construction without a permit because you said that it interfered with the quiet enjoyment of other tenants, residential people at 65B Hamilton, and also that he not interfere with their quiet enjoyment, meaning the tenants, the residential tenants. And I believe I made it pretty clear at the hearing on 5/29 that that I had serious issues as to whether I had jurisdiction over 65B Hamilton Street because it was a commercial property. So if you could just address the nature of the tenancy for me.
Sure. So it is a mixed residential commercial property. This is a commercial tenancy, and it is a commercial unit, and we have a commercial lease. They was previously disturbing the residential units above it, and that behavior continued until effectively after you received that court order. After I received that court order from you. It is a commercial tenancy, and again, I requested a clarification from the defendant multiple times on if he had vacated. I have only received rude, homophobic remarks in response to my questions.
All right. Cool. Thank you. I'm going to just have Mr. Montalvo respond, and then I'll hear from you, and then I'll keep hearing from parties until everybody said what they have to say.
He went talking to my attorney. They were coming to agreement. So he's saying that no one talked back to him or respond. I did. My attorney talked for me.
Okay. Did you talk to your attorney about being locked out?
No, because...
Okay. And so Mr. Webb, Mr. Montalvo said earlier, you want to just say how you live there?
Yeah.
Just say that?
Yeah, I stayed
just
there.
So he's aware.
So he knows I stayed there, and I had a fridge and some beds, and he knows. He knows. And he locked me out.
Okay. Now, is that zoned for residential use to your knowledge?
He said I could. He said the other guy.
So
he said I could use it for the shoes, and then he said if I need to, I could stay in the back.
Well, you could stay anywhere. I mean, you could.
That's what I said.
That doesn't mean it's a residential address, though.
I know.
All right.
But that's not what the court's for today.
Okay. Mr. Webb?
I have never removed or seen a fridge or... Actually, sorry, that's not true. There was a mini fridge under the bar in the unit when I walked with the police and city inspector, but I've never seen like a residential fridge in there. I've never seen a mattress in there. I've been in the unit once, which was, as you can see from the record, with the... Sorry, licensing, and unit, fire, and building code. I don't think that sorry, short version is I have no knowledge of him living there. He did at one point tell one of my tenants when they said they were complaining about the noise, and they said I live here, and he responded I live here too. But he has never at any point in time communicated to me that he resides there. I also have not been in contact with his attorney as of about a week and a half ago. His attorney stopped responding. The only things I've received were requests for $11,000 in claimed work they put into the unit, and they asked when I'm installing sprinklers, which is apparently what would be required if they would have changed the unit to a nightclub. It is 100% not zoned residential. Mr. Montalvo's lease states that he is able to use it for the sole purpose of shoe retail and choreography classes. And if he is in fact if he is or was in fact residing in there, it is a additional material breach of our contract, on top of the disturbing tenants doing work unpermitted. Oh, additionally, he no longer has insurance as of the 15th of last month, unless he has obtained a new insurance, which I have not received a copy of. Additionally, like I said, he has not paid use or occupancy for the second or third. He has made me one payment, which was first and last, and that was on March 29th. So at this point in time, I have, other than receiving a voicemail from the court today, zero reason to believe that Mr. Montalvo ever intended on returning to this unit, especially considering his establishment of a business at 327 Grafton Street, which, for what's worth, after our meeting last week on my walk home, there were Spectrum officials outside, and I confirmed that they were installing internet for Studio Glow.
You go record my girlfriend's house.
You're going to get a chance. Just don't interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
As I understand it, I am able to take possession of the unit if there's not a term of the lease that allows... I'm sorry, I have this printout of this from the Worcester Law Library that I got a few months ago, but I don't have it with me right now because I am...
Thank you. Final response.
The 327 Grafton Street, this guy go record outside my girlfriend's house.
This guy? Who is this guy?
David. Go and record. Spectrum go put internet. Now, my papers, my card, document, in that unit, 65B.
All right.
I can't bring you papers because I don't have them because they're in there.
So, this is what's going to happen.
I put $15,000 in that place renovation. He think I don't come back? Fuck, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. How? How no?
Your Honor,
$15,000, and I'm not going back.
I've heard enough. So, you gentlemen are in the wrong court. I'm vacating all the orders in this case. This is a commercial property. You gentlemen need to go to district court or superior court. Sir, it's 4 o'clock. I suggest you go down to district court or superior court right now before the end of the day and file your request in one of those courts. I'm finding that this property, 65B, is turning to be a commercial property. You may have a claim that you've been illegally locked out, right? But the nature of the tenancy is commercial. The fact that you have a bed there and you have a kitchen there and you stay there doesn't make it a residential dwelling. The jurisdiction of the court is limited. So close court at 4:30. Go either downstairs to either the clerk's office, superior court, or district court, because whatever you two's going on between you two is a business litigation, not a residential litigation. All right?
So
good luck.
Everything you did, nothing is good. I can go back?
I'm vacating the order because the court did not have jurisdiction.
Okay.
Mr. Webb just said it's a commercial property, so...
I can go back right now to 65B.
You better go downstairs and get an order from one of the other courts, because if he locked you out, I don't have the authority.
You said, I do construction. I'm going to fix the windows tonight and get back in through the window. I changed lock. Thank you.
First of all, You cannot break and enter into anything.
No, I fixed
Go
windows now.
downstairs. I'm telling you what to do. You're not listening to me.
Okay.
Go downstairs to one of the courts and go file your request that you filed here down there.
Okay.
All right? Put
Yeah.
your phone
Your
away.
Honor?
I'm done with this case. You said it's commercial. He says it's commercial. Under National Law Chapter 185C, Section 3, if it's commercial, I don't have jurisdiction. So I'm vacating all the orders. Good luck. Go to the other
For what
court.
it's worth,
Hearing is
I'm
concluded.
putting up
Thank
a
you.
notice.